Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to present my seminar on the topic and information to deep reinforcement learning. So this is the table of content of my presentation. First of all, I want to introduce what is the machine learning and types of machine learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Then I come to the motivations of this PPT. Then I come to applications. Then I introduce what is the basic reinforcement learning, its a theory and concept, the types of reinforcement learning. Then I come to deep reinforcement learning, the example of deep reinforcement learning, who are the key players in the market of the deep reinforcement learning, what tools we are used to develop the application of deep reinforcement learning. Then I present one literature survey on this topic. Then I finally come on to the conclusion, future scope, and references. So there are two types of system. Basically, one is that the classical system. In the classical system, we provide some input and algorithm, and it gives some output. But second type of system is adaptive system. In the adaptive system, there is one input and there is an output. We provide to the machine, and it gives some algorithm. This algorithm used to predict some unforeseen input, and it predict the output for that new inputs. So there are this is called learning of a machine, and we call it machine learning. Mainly there are three types of machine learning. One is supervised learning, which work on the labeled data. Second type is unsupervised learning, which is work on the unlabeled data, means it provides some type of clustering, and whenever new data come, it try to fit in one of the cluster. And the third type of machine learning is the reinforcement learning. The reinforcement learning based on the method on the by the which the human is learning, means by the trial and error method. So the content of this PPT is based on the deep reinforcement learning. So what is the deep reinforcement learning? It goes beyond the input output pattern recognition. It is the combination of deep neural network and reinforcement learning. It map sensors to the actions and build new application, help to build the new smart and intelligent machines. This is the tweet of the god of machine learning, Andrew Ng. He says that AI beats top human at the Texas poker, a stunning accomplishment comparable to the Deep Blue and AlphaGo. Deep Blue and AlphaGo is the companies, and they build such algorithm so that computer can beat the top humans of these games. The application of deep reinforcement learning to play the Atari games. Atari games is very famous in 80s and 90s, and we all know this game. But very few people can win this game. But now someone developed algorithm so a computer can play these games via the raw pixels and train its deep neural network, deep Q network. So it beats the top human of this game. Another applications are games in the robotics, in the energy conservation, in the data centers, in the healthcare. So a robot can do some surgery in the dialogue system. So a chatbot can easily interact with the human, and in the marketing, in the supply chain management. Advanced applications. So it is not only work on the simple games, but it is also work on the smart games like StarCraft and Dota 2. So here is the two companies, DeepMind and OpenAI. They built such algorithms so the computer beat the top humans of these games. Basic reinforcement learning theory and concepts. So what is the reinforcement learning? Reinforcement learning is inspired by the human learning. The correct input and output levels are not present. Agent interact with the environment and do some actions, so it move from one state to another state, and it receives some reward or penalty based on his action. It used in environment where no analytical solution present, only interaction with the environment, and it gives some simulation model. Example, making a robot to learn how to walk. So the reward is given to the robot when he walk in the head position. Markov decision process. Markov decision process is a mathematical framework to represent the problem of the reinforcement learning. Markov decision process is based on the Markov chain. So it is says that the future action is based on current action, but not on the previous actions. So state transition model P, here is you can see the formula like ST plus 1 means next state is based on ST means present state, and AT means current action. Uh, reward is based on current action and current move. Discount factor is in between, always 0 to 1, and it control the importance of the future reward. And when we multiply the discount factor with the reward, so it is always in the range of 0 to 1 and can't go to the infinite. Policy is mapping from state to action. So it says that at present state which action is good, so it maximize the reward. It is function of the current environment state, and it return the best action for the current state. Reward, uh, what is agent's goal? So it is that the pick the best policy, so it maximize the total reward. The naive approach, what is the brute force approach, is that some of the rewards at the each step at each time. Here T is the horizon episode line, which can be infinity, means there are an infinite number of steps is possible. Discount factor is, I already told that it is in between 0 to 1, and it multiply with the reward, so the reward can't go the infinity. The brute force approach to following the best policy, sample it return the sample of the each policy and choose the one policy which has highest expected returns. So what is the issue with the brute force approach? There are infinite number of policy, and we require to handle the all of that policy, and the rewards written by that policy. What is the solution of the brute force approach? We give some structure and create some table. So uh, once a policy is derived, so it can used to solve the another policy in the future which is similar to that policy. Now there are two terms in the deep reinforcement learning. One is exploration and another is exploitation. So agent initially don't know what action lead to win or lose the game, but he do exploration by trying the random actions, and then he will memorize the effect of that action. So exploration help the agent to learn more about the world he is interacting with. And what is the exploitation? After enough exploration has been made by the agent, he choose the best one, best action it has explored before. So this is known as exploitation. Types of reinforcement learning: there are two types of reinforcement learning generally. One is model based reinforcement learning, and another one is model free reinforcement learning. In model based reinforcement learning, agent know MDPP model priorly, and agent uses it to offline plan before interacting with the environment. And in model free reinforcement learning, agent doesn't know the MDP model before, and it learn when it interact with the environment. So types of model based reinforcement learning is value iteration and policy iteration, and types of model free reinforcement learning is q learning. Value function tells that how good is a state, and it expect the total reward from the state S depends on the policy. So this is the mathematical formula of the value function. It is multiplication of the discount factor and the reward of each policy, each state. But there is a but there exists a optimal value function, which is the maximum of the value function, and optimal policy is the based on the optimal value function. So this is the type of the model-based reinforcement learning policy iteration. Policy iteration has three steps. First is it initializes the arbitrary policy. Then the second step is policy improvement. And third step is policy evolution. And it repeat these two steps again and again until it get a stable policy. And the another one is value iteration. In value iteration, it initialize the value function by the arbitrary value, then it find the optimal value function, and then it extract the in third step it extract the policy which is the optimal. So it can't iterate again and again, because in optimal policy is already is a combination of the policy improvement and policy evolution. So what is the difference between policy iteration? They both are used in the offline planning, means they are model based reinforcement learning and they already known the MDP. The policy iteration is computationally efficient compared to the value iteration, because it take the fewer iteration, but policy iterations time complexity is very high than value iteration. Now this is the example of the model free reinforcement learning. This is called a Q learning. Q learning is used the Q value or action value to iteratively improve the learning of Q algorithm. Uh, the iterative algorithm is this is the mathematical formula. QST comma AT is the sum of the old value plus learning rate and multiplication of the reward discount factor and future value, and it's subtract from the old value. Bellman equation is create a table so we can store the old policy into this table and use it for further estimation of the new policy. Now we are coming to the deep reinforcement learning. Most of the reinforcement learning algorithm are the invented decades ago, and neural network is also invented in the 1992. But the deep reinforcement learning is the newer topic and recently gained a lot of interest when the academics and the industry giants invest a lot into this field. So now we are coming to the deep reinforcement learning. When there are infinite number of the policies, then the storing all the values in the table is not feasible. So what we create a neural network, and we combine the function approximation with this neural network and find all of the information and state action. So by this neural network. The example of the deep Q learning is the deep RL for the Atari games. So in Atari game, there are 10 power 67,970 rows, which are more than the number of atoms present in the universe. The other variants of the deep Q learning is double DQN, the delayed Q learning with the PSC means probability approximate calculation, and the other variants also like gradient speedy Q learning. So this is the diagram of the deep Q network. In the deep Q network, in the naive deep Q network, we provide some actions and states to the neural network, and it gives some Q value. But in the optimal Q network, we provide some states but not provide the actions into the neural network, and it gives the different Q values like Q value 1, Q value 2, and Q value 3. And in this Q values, we select the Q value which is the best for the current state. Policy gradient, we as in the neural network, every node associate weight and bias, and we uh, always improve this weight and bias after every iteration or of the neural network. uh, After every iteration in the neural network, using the back propagation. So in the deep reinforcement learning, there is a something coefficient called the policy gradient. The policy gradient has the real value parameters like q1 to qn, and we iteratively improve the parameters so we can better our learning and give some better output. So it is based on gradient descent of the supervised learning. It is safe to explore and faster than the value based method. It gives the locally based parameter and also used in the high dimensional space. The examples of deep reinforcement learning: the actor critic problem. In actor critic problem, critic makes some policy, and actor is work as an agent. So actor work as the critic says, so he gives his better performance. Value function used as the baseline of the for the policy gradient and utilize the learned value function very well. There is some advancement of the actor critic problem, asynchronous advantage actor critic problem, A3C algorithm. This is what we called it. In actor critic problem, there are only one actor and there are only one critic, but in A3C uh, algorithm, there are more than one actors and there are more than one critics. Uh, so an actor can make a better policy according to the various critics, and also can co-adapt what the other actors can do. So it is speed up and diverse the experience. It combine the benefits of the value iteration and policy iteration, and it has continuous and also the discrete action space. So this is the flow diagram of the A3C problem. The actor reset into the global network. Actor interact with the environment. The actor calculate value and policy laws. Actor gets the gradients from the laws, so it can adjust the policy gradient. And finally, actor update his policy throughout the network. There are another example of the reinforcement learning is the interactive RL. It based on the conversation flow. So here you can say in the first conversation, the agent doesn't understand the question the we ask, but when we change the question, format of the question, then he able to answer this question and he got some reward but deduct some cost IQ. And in the second situation, agent doesn't give the proper answer, so we give some penalty. But in the deep reinforcement learning dialogue system, we use the actor critic method, and we use two stage training. One is supervised learning and another one is reinforcement learning. In supervised learning, the agent learned the mimic of the human behavior. It is the observation phase. And in the second phase, there are the reinforcement learning. It handle the unforeseen situation, means the situation which the agent doesn't see priorly. So this is the trial and error method, and it learned by the performing the dialogues. It is the user simulation for the training. There are infinite number of the state space of the probability distribution, because an dialogue can never end. uh, and dialogue act slot type combination. The key players of the deep reinforcement learning and tools. The key players are the DeepMind, OpenAI, Microsoft, and IBM Watson of the deep reinforcement learning. And the tools used for high-level deep reinforcement learning is OpenAI Baseline and ChainRL. And environment. And when we are beginner and we want to test out the reinforcement learning algorithm and evaluate our reinforcement learning algorithm, then we use OpenAI Gym and RL Lab. Literature survey. So one literature survey that I present in this PPT is the genetic algorithm. Genetic algorithm is the evolutionary computational family of the AI. It is the meta heuristic optimization method, means it gives maximization or minimization answer, but it doesn't give the global maximum or global minimum result. So what is it so first I represent what is genetic algorithm. In genetic algorithm, we represent everything as a form of the DNA. In DNA contain a lot of information, and in computer we represent it as an array of bits. So what deep reinforcement learning do? It find the fitness of DNA or the array of bits, and evaluate the better population. So what happened in the genetics is that there are two DNAs, and when there are two parents, and when they met, they produce a child, and this child has the mixture of the DNA of their parents. So if the DNA of the parents is good, then the child survive can more and also transfer his DNA to the next generation. So our problem is to find the best DNA from the sequence of the DNA. So deep reinforcement learning help us to gain this best DNA. So first we select, then we crossover, means mixture of the DNA, and the mutation is called the uh, unwanted situation, or the DNA which are not inherited from the parents but from the other. So it can also help you to survive the child more, and also transfer the DNA to the next step. So these are the three steps in the DNA sequencing, like selection, crossover, and mutation, and iteratively till the solution with goal to find the fitness value, means it is these steps are done again and again until it find the better DNA. The conclusion is that we find the stable and scalable reinforcement learning with the large state and action space. Deep network represent the policy value and models. Applications of the deep reinforcement learning, as I already told, that games, robotics, and dialogue system. But there are lots of hacks and advanced deep reinforcement learning paradigm are still required, and observing the agent is the rewarding experience. The future scope, model-based reinforcement learning. The complexity of model-based reinforcement learning is very high, so we need to iterate, we need to evaluate this for further. Inverse reinforcement learning. In typical reinforcement learning, we provide some state and action, and it gives us some q value, but in inverse reinforcement learning, we provide some q value, and it gives some state and action, so we can improve over the deep q network. a hierarchical reinforcement learning in multi-agent reinforcement learning. So in multi-agent reinforcement learning, there are more than one agents present, and they can help us to learn very well. Memory and attention means, in a deep Q network, we need to improve the bias and weightage, and transfer learning means transfer the like in genetic algorithm, transfer the information from one generation to another generation. These are the references. Thank you.